takes on Rodrigo Pacheco Carrillo of Peru. Of course, the 2005 world champion, the 2004 Olympic gold medal winner, T.Hidayat. He's got a pretty good track record, but not quite as good as the man sitting alongside me, Morten Frost, who was world #1 for 7 years, although I hate to bring it up, Morten, this was the one that got away.
Yes, that's true. That was the one, but never mind.
We won't bring it up too many times.
No, but I can handle it, don't worry. It's so many years ago.
I know you can, but it's great to be back at Wembley for you.
It is. It's fantastic. It's actually 20 years ago since I played here last time, and it's absolutely wonderful to be back.
So we're going to watch the #4 seed in action here, T.Hidayat. He's up against Rodrigo Pacheco, the world #61. We are looking potentially here at a potential champion this week.
Oh yes, Taufik is always a potential champion, always. I think he's got so many followers because he's a little bit of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. When he plays well, he's fantastic, and when he's not playing so well, people get a little bit disappointed.
Well, look at that win-loss in 2011, won 19 but lost 10 matches this year.
Yeah.
His coach says he's not in good form and won't go far in this tournament. Now, if his coach is saying he's got no chance, I mean, what chance does he have?
No, I totally disagree. I must say, they might even be playing it down just to, take the pressure a little bit off.
We didn't say no chance of winning, no chance in going far in the tournament.
Yeah, but I still think they're not playing. They're playing tricks.
Okay.
He's potentially always up there. He can play well, but I accept that it's getting fewer between.
But he played the last 2 events, the events in Canada and America. He was beaten by Mark Zwiebler of Germany on both occasions. I suppose his coach, in some respect, is looking at those results and saying, here's a man in Zwiebler that, at his top would be beating.
Yes, I think so. But there is something really special about Taufik, and the fact that, when it's coming to the really big occasions, he can rise his game to a very, very high standard, and it gets him going that he's playing for a really high championship, and he can do it. I'm sure he can do it.
Well, here's his opponent, Rodrigo Pacheco, 28-year-old from Peru.
Yes.
Most recently reached the final of the Kenya International Series, so he's playing in those events, Peru International, not the kind of events that Taufik's playing in, so this in a way is a real step up for him.
It's going to be a massive challenge. Honestly, I don't think he's standing a chance. He's got to, work it as hard as he can, try to get as many points as he can, enjoy the moment, be here. And what's good for him is that he get a lot of good world ranking points for his ranking. So.
Yeah, I mean, he made the final of the Pan American Badminton Championships. Lost to Stefan Wojciechowicz, but as you say, against Taufik, it's another case indeed. Uday Sane of India is the umpire.
But again, you have to accept that Taufik is what I say, this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. He can muck about and make it quite close, even though he should be winning very easily. But we never know. We never know about Taufik. Never.
Well, as you say, big occasions, 2005 World Championships, 2004 Olympics, made the final last year in Paris as well. Going to beat Lee Chong-wei along the way before losing to Chen Jin in the final. Here's a guy that, as we said at the beginning, even though the coach says he won't go far, potentially at least, could win this week.
He could win, definitely.
So obviously we're going to get a first taste of what sort of form he is in after those defeats in Canada and America to Mark Zwiebler. First test here against Rodrigo Pacheco.
Be ready. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, T.Hidayat, Indonesia, and on my left, Rodrigo Pacheco Carrillo, Peru. T.Hidayat to serve, love all, play. One, love.
Well, it's fair to say for Pacheco, he needs a decent start. That will help.
That will help. That's one of the easy points.
1 all.
A few more of those, please.
Yes. Yeah, he's just gonna, you know, stick with it, stay with him, do his best, enjoy the moment, and you know, play some good badminton.
What is Taufik's greatest strength then? We're looking at one of the top players here this week in the singles. What's his greatest strength?
His technique. He's got fantastic technique, and the way he can add on pressure in the game by just playing fantastic shots. He's quick, but he's not the quickest in the game. But the placement of his shots is really good. His deception is really good, and he's very economical, moving on the court, and you don't see him use so much energy on playing badminton, and that's why he can potentially be really good, because he's not using a lot of effort to play.
Well, that's a nice touch from Pacheco. Shows that he's settled nicely, and what, you know, you understandably see him nervous. We're seeing some nice touches from him, aren't we?
Oh yes, he's going for it. He's enjoying it. You can see he's moving well on the court. He's got nice technique. He's quite quick. He's just got to, you know, not make too many mistakes. I think that's where trouble hits.
The string just went on his racket, which is why he's changed it for a new one.
See that backhand of Taufik. We don't see many players able to play it as well as he does.
And the way he just opened up his racket there and angled it.
He's got really a lot of good, nice shots in the bag. See, it's unbelievable. It's an incredible shot.
There's an air of ease around Taufik, isn't there? It's almost like he, you know, if it wasn't against the rules, he put his hand behind his back and say, you know, I'll play you with, you know, with a lack of movement as well.
Yeah, he sometimes looks like that. I think one of the faults about, if you can say faults about Taufik's game, is that at the front of the court, he's taking the shots quite late. He allowed the shuttle to drop quite far down to the floor before he takes it. He's not really attacking, what we say, he's not attacking the front court, and that is sort of, you know, slowing his game down a bit. But he's got a very nice touch at the net. Don't say that, but then he misses it.
Well, as I say, for Pacheco, this has been the kind of start that he would have been hoping for. Yeah, there's been a couple of shots that he's been, if you like, handed the points, but he's played a couple of good ones himself. Lovely shot, lovely drop shot.
Yeah, good touch.
5.
Won 3 of his 4 matches in the Sudirman Cup. Obviously, playing for Peru, he wasn't playing in the top level. Taufik decided not to play in the Sudirman Cup.
Indonesia played a younger team.
I mean, Taufik's reasoning for that, as he just easily puts that one away, was that he wanted to give some of those youngsters a chance to get experience in a big event like the Sudirman Cup.
Yeah, I don't think it's entirely his decision, but I think that Indonesia is trying to build up a new team. They've been sort of depending on the same players for quite some years now, and they need to do some desperate measures to catch up. I think they lost a little bit of ground, and obviously they're also looking how to get new players in.
They've got a good mixed doubles pair, but
they've got a good,
obviously with Taufik, you know, they've got a very good men's singles player. But it's fair to say in Indonesia, which is a huge sport, isn't it?
It is.
In
it's
Indonesia.
the biggest.
It's in a bit of a slump, isn't it, in terms of the quality that's come through?
Yeah, they're looking for new talent, and it's taken a little bit of time to get some people into the front of the game. And obviously, having players like Taufik, depending on him, they need more people up to push him.
Well, he's done his bit as well, Taufik. He's just recently renovated 30 courts in Jakarta. He's going to be opening his own sports club soon as well. play his part in giving something back to the game. And just starting to edge away now in this opening game. That was classy.
Yeah, very nice touch.
10-6.
So the missed shot at the net means at the interval it's a 5-point advantage for Taufik.
See the last shot he's playing there, he's very casual about it. Taufik is taking it quite low. He's even playing the net shot while Rodrigo is still standing in at the net, but he's still playing it, so he seems very casual about it. But obviously a very nice touch.
Yeah, a little white with the towel there from Taufik, but fair to say he really hasn't broken too much sweat in the opening half of this first game.
No, you're right. But again, you know, he's very economical about what he's doing. Inverted commas, lazy.
I mean, he's I'm glad you emphasised that there. But he's 29 now, you know, and there's, you know, you'd have thought there'd be these young guns coming up. I know, Morten, you were in the top 3 of the world for 12 years, but, you know, you see Lindan and Taufik, the top 4 players in the world, Lee Chong-wei, Peter Gader, they're all what you would maybe class as veterans.
Yeah, there will be a great change of generation, I think, after the Olympics 2012 in London here.
So this, in a way, this is the last World Championships that we'll see these top 4 together in one event.
It could be. Could be.
So this is a big occasion here in London this week, especially as far as the men's singles is concerned.
12-7.
I think they're all aiming at the Olympics in London, and you know, then I think a lot of them thinking about retiring, but obviously that's just my words for it.
Yeah, well, Lee Chong-wei, who we're going to be seeing a little bit later on, he was saying that, but I think he's changed his mind now. He's saying that he might even try and go for the Asian Games in 2014.
He's still extremely fit, and it's not suffering at all. He's probably the one of all of them doing the best, I think, physically wise as well.
Well, your compatriot Peter now is 34.
He's 34. He's, again, inverted commas, he's suffering. It's really tough to stay in. He's doing fantastically, I think, but it's tough for him to stay in. String.
Another string gone for Rodrigo Pacheco.
But the interesting part, if you look at it from a coaching point of view, you would see that Rodriguez is, even though he's moving well on the court, even though he hits really good shots, it's the placement of the shots, it's the quality of the shots, not really good enough. If you notice, Taufik is virtually not moving away from the center of the court. He's just using a small circle in the middle, and you know, he doesn't have to be in all 4 corners to cover the full court and all that, and that's what Rodriguez can't do, so that's the problem for him.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to be disrespectful to a player, of course, who, you know, has had his success around the world, but it's fair to say probably Taufik's had some harder training sessions than what he's having in this first round.
Oh, yes. But again, notice he's not really, I mean, he's not pushed in the corner. No,
16-7.
He's quite comfortable, and you can see 16-7 now, even though I think there's 5 all. So he's won quite a lot of points lately.
Yeah, 11 of the last 13 points have gone the way of the number 4 seed. And Indonesian all smiles with his coaching team, because it's all going to plan.
Play.
It's a good shot, bad luck. That's what I'm looking for. That's shots like that, closer to the line, move Taufik more. See, he's far from it. He wouldn't have got it.
And probably wasn't expecting it, as you say, because he hasn't had to move, and Suddenly, if he does have to, it might be easy to get into that kind of rhythm.
Again, that smash down the line to the backhand side of Taufik is really a no-go. Don't do it. And every single smash he's done so far is going down that backhand side, and he's not able to penetrate. And he's getting more or less into trouble every single time. Nice attack and clear.
Longest rally of the match, and it.
Yeah, good shot, very good deception at the net there.
With a lovely disguised drop shot from Taufik.
That shot there is really nice. Good touch.
You just wonder whether Taufik, when we're talking about the coach of Indonesia saying that he won't go far in this tournament, and you're completely ruling that out. Is that for everyone else, or is that for Taufik's ears, if you like, to say that, come on, let's see what you got, prove me wrong?
Yeah, I think sometimes there is a game between the coach and the player, and sometimes it can be used as a tool, as an advantage from the coach point of view. Say, okay, maybe I can tease him. Maybe I can fire him up and say, I don't think you've got a chance the way you play. You've got to produce better than what I've seen so far. And this little game between the two, maybe. But it could also be that the coach is playing down Taufik's chances just to take off the pressure. But he's normally not one who's succumbed to pressure. So
So it's probably the former.
10-19.
You saw one of the first attacks to the forehand side of Taufik, and he was obviously expecting the backhand side.
Service 20, game point 10.
So 10 game points for Taufik in this opening game.
Such power.
So that's it.
First game won by Taufik Hidayat.
In a breeze for Taufik Hidayat, the world number 4. He has been a different class and playing badminton at a different level. Not much that needs to be said, I would have thought, at the interval here.
No, not really. I think he's very comfortable, Taufik. I think he's having everything under control. He's just getting the feel of the court, playing the plays, getting back into it, and see what happens. I think also for Taufik, it's important for him if and when he's progressing in the tournament, that the matches before him, the one his opponents are playing, are going to be tough matches. If they're having tough matches and then having to play Taufik afterwards, they're in trouble.
Here's the stats from the opening game, and Taufik only with one high serve, but I mean, obviously he's dominated.
If you look at the winners, Taufik is having 9 overhead winners, and that's quite a lot. Again, in my book, viewing it, he can virtually make a point at any given time he wants.
A matter of concentration and a matter of getting the job done is pretty straightforward here for Taufik Hidayat. I mean, sometimes you do see upsets in the first round, but we didn't sense one was going to be between these two.
No, I don't think Rodriguez has got the standard for it, but he's a good player, and as I say, it will be good world ranking points for him, and it could help him qualify for the Olympics in next year in London here. So that's tight. That's very tight.
Another overhead winner. You mentioned them at interval there, 9 in the first game and 1 to start with the very first point here. And he has recorded the fastest smash in singles competition as Taufik, 305 kilometers per hour. That was back in the 2006 World Championships.
Yeah, I would believe that. He's a hard hitter. That's bad luck. I think it's just out, just wide. Yeah. Just pulled out. But that's a good shot. He's going for the lines. He's going for his shot, which I think is really nice. It's tough luck. Good shot.
It's more of what he needs to do, Pacheco, if he's going to stretch Taufik at all here.
3 love.
Interesting to look at the draw here, Morton, as well. You know, who is Taufik going to face along the way? If he did make the quarters, he would face Chen Jin. He's in the top half of the draw. Li Chongwei, Chen Long, Chen Jin, they're all in there. They're all pretty well matched, aren't they?
It's a tough draw. It's a tough one because for Taufik, he wants players that, you know, wrongly to say, but it's not so running orientated, and all the people you mentioned here likes to run, and that's not his favorite.
No, it's a good shot. Yeah, much needed, I think, nice. Just in terms of a little bit of a boost at time when he's finding it so hard to win a point. But as I said, reached the final of the Kenya International Series. Also reached the semi-final of the tournament in his homeland, the Peru International.
Service over, 6-1.
Well left.
Service over, 2-6.
It wasn't out by much, but it...
No, it's well left. It's very close, yes.
Yeah,
it was of a sitter, as we say. It was an easy shot.
Well, that's the kind of thing that will worry the coaching, isn't it? Or is that just purely a lack of concentration?
Lack of concentration. He
is it because the game's so easy?
He set it, yeah, he set it up so nicely, and then I just got to put it away, and then he just, okay, I can do that, and he did not concentrate.
I mean, look at that, so nonchalant.
Yeah.
Service over.
It's almost like he's taking the mickey a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like it. He makes it look so easy. That was where Taufik, in his younger days, from his backhand corner, when he got around it and played forehand shots from the backhand side, that was when he was really, really strong. If you notice, I know this is not a match where we really see everything he can, but he tends to play a lot more backhands today than what he did, let's say, 5 or 6 years ago. And the fact that he's not as quick as what he used to be, and maybe not as fit as he used to be. You know, more backhands are creeping in, and he's missing that really strong corner from his backhand side where he can punch and really make good points.
4-8.
Again, a fairly close start to the game, but we all know what happened in the opener.
Going out, yeah.
See, just a little sloppy.
6-8.
There's some players that will want to walk off the court having won, you know, 21-1, 21-2, that kind of scoreline. Taufik just seems to me the kind of player, as long as the job's done, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Because it can be, you know, it can be a long week. He's going to have to do a fair bit of running as the week goes on. And
but sometimes it also backfires a bit for him, because sometimes suddenly other players are really taking advantage of the situation, and you know, go in there, win a game, maybe keep him on court for a little too long time, and then he's wasting energy. So it can backfire. It won't do it here, but I think sometimes he's, you know, he could have finished the game if he really wanted it, but he wasted energy by playing 3 sets.
Service over 7-10.
As well done. Good to get up at the net there, close it down.
Well, best spell of the game for R.Pacheco since the very start of it.
Service over 11-8 interval.
You know, we're at the World Championships, and you know, we want to see great games and great matches, but sometimes you have a mismatch and you don't get the standard of badminton necessarily that you'd like to see on day one. And I think this is kind of one of those, but that's credit, I suppose, to the skills and the abilities of Taufik, really.
Yeah, but it's also due to the qualification system to the World Championship, because it's not an open event as such. Every nation can only put in certain numbers,
20 seconds.
And that means if you have a draw like what you have here, you have nations like Peru, Rodrigo would normally not get into a Super Series draw of 32, but he will get in here because Indonesia can only have 2 players in, China can only have 2 players in, and so forth. So obviously they go further down in the ranking.
The winner of this match, which, okay, let's not say the winner of this match. Taufik in the next round will place either Derek Won or Przemysław Waka of Poland. Again, it'll be a slight step up to what he's faced here, but again, you'd expect him to easily, comfortably come through against one of those guys.
The Polish player Waka, a few years ago, played really high standard, but has dropped. And the last few tournaments I've seen, he's playing qualification for the Super Series. Again, a point just stressing what I said before. And that's for second round.
Yeah.
Pressure's on now. Taufik is adding on the pressure a little bit now. He's using his shots with greater variation, I think, and he's playing the shots a little bit sharper.
Yeah, a little bit more urgency, isn't there, in his game? As if it's time to get the job done now.
Exactly.
17-9.
From 11-8 at the interval. Again, it's been a case of, since it being one-way traffic, 3 more points for victory. Yeah, and there was another case of it. There was a point there where he had to get low down and reach the shuttle, which earlier in the match he probably wouldn't have got to because he wouldn't have been as intense. But then he follows it up with that terrific shot as well.
That's where he's very sharp from that backhand corner.
Service over 10-19.
Was that an apologetic shot there from Taufik?
He just can't help himself. I think it's just like, okay, never mind. Trying to go for the easy ones. Down the line. Ooh.
12-19.
Well, he's digging in Pacheco hit and trying to stretch this match a bit.
That's good defense. But there was, you know, a good chance on the straight smash from Taufik, but he chose to go cross court.
For you though, Morton, being at Wembley, I mean, you were in a final every year here, weren't you, when the All England was being played?
Not every year, but 8 years in
Nearly
a row.
Every year, yeah.
8 years in a row.
Yeah. To me, that's every year.
14-19.
And there's a chance, of course, that come the final here on Sunday, Taufik may be there, but there's been a few sloppy shots in there again.
Yeah, he's completely lost. Interest is the wrong word, but you know, focus. He's just waiting for, you know, the points to get in on his sheet, and then that's it.
Well, he's got
here
match
comes
points
the last
there.
one. Yeah, that's it.
There we are. Well, I'm not too sure what that's taught us about Taufik Hidayat, the number 4 seed. A comfortable ride, a nonchalant performance, finding the line with his final shot to take the match 21-10, 21-14.
21-10, 21-14.
As announced by Udo Seno, the umpire. For Rodrigo Pacheco, a learning curve. And the match over in just less than half an hour. So the number 4 seed comfortably through. He'll take on Derek Wong or Przemysław Waka in round 2 of this 2011 Yonex BWF World Championships.